this great cast, and all my fabulous friends who came to support this. Thank you so much. Ann would have been very, very proud and happy.
Thank you.
I don't know if any of you know this, some of you do, but my partner Michael was one of Ann's best friends.
Where's Michael?
So
Where is Michael?
Where's Michael?
Michael's in the back. Michael is the inspiration for Jay. And they went to the movies every week for years.
And I also want to say Andy Yarrow. Where are you, Andy? He was also a very good friend of Ann's, and they talked about this all the time. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments, questions? Yes.
So another salacious innuendo, at the beginning, I was concerned if her father raped her.
Nobody knows. Is it? I have my own opinion. I'm sure you do. Everybody does. But the point behind mentioning that is that the immediate assumption was that she was raped by her father, when she very, very, very well could have been raped by anybody. And the most important point of that was women don't tell.
Yeah.
Even now, 1880,
Yeah.
women don't tell.
Yeah.
Some will shun you and nobody will believe you. And that's really what that's all about. Because again, it's another aspect of this that we will never know the truth. We just won't.
We don't tell it 1880 or we don't tell it 2024?
I don't know. Anybody have an,
We don't tell. That's like the whole movement is about, is that maybe we should,
Right.
right?
It's the Me Too movement.
Like, let's all freaking tell,
Right.
so that maybe then we'll stop doing it.
yeah. Thank you, Lisa.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yes.
I
Oh,
have to say,
Lenore, yes. She needs a mic. I can get her.
I just have to say, three friends of mine have told me.
Here's a mic.
So I can't accept that statement that we don't tell. Maybe we tell only our friends and so on, but at least three friends have told me, maybe four.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that clarification. It's certainly not that nobody ever tells. It's that the social stigma around telling
Right.
is still following us to this day, so that it is only 3 or 4 friends or one person. Yeah.
And it was an Orthodox Jewish family as well. Yes, Marty.
Just how long it takes from that point, if everything is going well, for something like that to, let's say, go to off-Broadway and then to the next.
Anybody who wants to invest in that can come and see
Please
it.
let us know.
We just need a producer and money, and then we're there. Right, guys? Right? You're all hired.
If you
Yeah.
promise you're gonna keep this cast, I'm in it.
I want to keep this cast. Absolutely.
As soon as.
We'll keep this cast as long as you all show up opening night, okay?
Yeah, yes. Here's a mic.
Here's a mic.
More development of both psychoanalyst characters. For example, I know who Freud was, but I really don't know, and I understand the concept of it, but I don't really go down to the bottom of his thinking. And I would like
Freud
to,
or Breuer? Which one?
Freud. I don't know anything about, but maybe both. But explain. There actually quite a feud between the two of them, right? I want to understand what are they really thinking in more of a layman's term.
Mm-hmm.
All this penis envy, and what does it mean? What does it really mean on a layman's term? How do I interpret it that I'm not versed in psychology?
I think one of the things that I attempted to do in the play was put it into layman terms in the voice of Jay. So you have Breuer on one side, and you have Freud on one side, and then you have 1980 and a man's definition of sexuality, basically. More.
Explain on a more everyday level. It's a little bit too sophisticated.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Thank you. Two questions, but one quick aside. I thought that Ann's transition to Sigmund Freud was seamless. I loved it. It was terrific. I could have seen it again and again. But two quick questions. One is, as Ann was doing her research for this, I guess, screenplay or book, she kept referring to her research. Was it? I never knew exactly what it was that she was researching. Was it a book or was it?
She was researching for a screenplay.
But she kept going back to her research, so I didn't
Right,
know what
right.
that was, what exactly that source was that she was going to.
Well, we probably have it in the program, a list of bibliography.
Oh, I see.
Some of the
Okay.
some of the titles were mentioned, the famous studies in
I
this
see,
area,
I see.
which Freud and Breuer together wrote. even though
Okay.
Freud never met her.
So she was going to multiple sources.
Yes,
Got it.
and the book on dreams and a lot of Freud books and
Got it. And then the other thing is, at some point, the stools get close together and she speaks to Bertha, but is that sort of breaking the fourth wall, or was that sort of
Well, we
magical
broke-
realism,
we
or was
broke
that just
the-
all in her imagination, in her head?
all of those things.
It was,
She, she breaks the fourth wall all the time,
Okay.
and then she in the circle in the center, that is the dream space.
Yeah.
That Cheryl was saying that in a real production would be stunningly magical,
Okay.
both in lighting and other ways, and it's all in her head and all in her heart, and
Got
it breaks. It's a hybrid in so many ways. It's not in the kind of realism that it is
Okay.
in terms of imagination. So
Oh, great, thank you. And-
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
and the woman who played Mrs. Pappenheim, she was terrific.
she is
Diamond.
terrific indeed,
Diamond.
Lori Wilner. Yes. We have some Broadway actors here. Just read your programs and you'll see that. Okay, did you want to say something else?
Cheryl and I have broached this slightly, but I did want to just mention this interesting case about.
Can we have the mic for
Yeah, we'd like to play some,
Passing it,
play some
okay.
passing.
Pass the mic.
Thank you. There was a very interesting case in 1926 with Christiana Councilman Morgan, who with her Dr. Henry Murray engaged. They were both married, and they openly tried to throw off any strictures from society, and they investigated this lovemaking together, and it was really kind of interesting. Like, I don't know if you want to.
1926?
Yeah.
That's another play, but we can talk.
And then there's the Sullivanians and the commune with open sexuality among all of them. They live together and shove their parents out. That's yet another play. I think it's a movie.
I just wanted to say that, well, besides the amazing acting and direction and writing, I just sit here and think to myself, everything I learned in any psychology class was thrown out the window.
Yeah, exactly.
But about a lot of the history these days that we're learning, we're finding that it was all wrong.
Yeah.
Including, of course, and this is a great example of that, but it's just one example of everything we learned. I mean, almost everything was skewed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was somebody's take on history.
Who's telling what story?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Call it his story.
I know people who are professionals who thought Freud